Verstappen took the victory last Sunday during the very first Grand Prix of Miami. With that, the Dutchman has 3 victories to his name this season. The same number as the number of races he's been able to compete this year. Red Bull Racing faced major reliability problems during the first 3 races of 2022. Verstappen retired twice in 3 races and as a result was well behind Charles Leclerc. Although the biggest issues seem to have been resolved, the RB18 in Miami wasn't still completely solid. Sergio Perez faced a sensor problem that left him fearing a DNF. Red Bull Racing managed to solve the problem, but the Mexican had to make it with 30 horsepower or less for the rest of the race. In the end, he managed to take 4th place, but more would have been possible without any problems. Nevertheless, Horner is especially happy that the gap between Verstappen and Leclerc is only just 19 points. He just has to keep finishing, the Briton jokes, but reliability will always be a factor. Sergio lost half a second per lap. Without that problem, he could have finished 2nd. In Imola, we saw how fast things can turn around. There's some interesting races coming up and the car looks good. Some developments are coming this summer. We still need to save some weight, but we're on the right track. The FIA recently announced that no irregularities were found at Ferrari during a Pirelli test at the Imola circuit. Red Bull Racing Team principal Christian Horner is not convinced, however. The Italian superpower completed a tire test on behalf of Pirelli the day after the Grand Prix of Emilia-Romagna. The images that appeared online attracted the attention of a number of teams. Charles Leclerc drove the same floor under his Ferrari in the morning, with which he finished the race weekend, but Carlos Sainz appeared on the circuit after lunch with a completely different model. People wondered if the Scuderia was testing a new floor, something that would be banned. Formula 1 cars that participate in a tire test must be equipped with parts that have already been used earlier in the season. No new specifications of a part may therefore be tested. McLaren, among others, had question marks about the second floor and therefore asked the FIA to take a closer look. The motorsport body opened an investigation and concluded that Ferrari did not break any rules. Sainz would indeed have driven a different floor, but one that had already been used during the race weekend in Bahrain. That was the end of the matter, but Horner is not completely convinced. I understand that the rules for testing say you have to drive a fixed specification car, he told, and if you have to replace a part, it can be an old specification that has already been tested. The Briton continued, I feel there is an absolute difference between the Ferrari floor in the morning and the afternoon. It seemed to have some new components on it. It's up to the FIA to do the investigation about this. Horner doesn't seem to expect any steps, but he hopes tire testing will not become an excuse for testing new parts, as these cars are still in a very early stage of development. We need to avoid tire testing turning into aerodynamic development or performance testing. That is not how it should go, he ends. Let us know your thoughts about this and comment below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to not miss any new Formula 1 news.